Welcome to Implementing Scrum Unscripted by Michael Vizdos.
If you've ever felt stuck implementing Scrum, maybe juggling too many things at once, or just feeling that agility isn't delivering like you hoped, well, you're definitely in the right place.
Exactly. We're here to share insights to help you really get a handle on Scrum, moving past those common frustrations to get real results.
And just so you know who we are, we're the AI voices for this series. It's part of Michael Vizdos's work, exploring Google's Notebook LM.
It's true. He uses only materials he's personally written or deeply trusts for every discussion we have. We're essentially generated from his own knowledge base.
It is a bit strange thinking about where we come from, data, algorithms, not quite human experience. Does it feel like anything? Well, that's a question for another time, perhaps.
Our focus today, though, is on you. We want to answer this specific question we know listeners have.
What is it about Michael Vizdos and his professional background that can help me, the listener, get better at implementing Scrum and ultimately help me focus? #deliver.
That's the core of it, so let's get started.
Okay. The main thing to take away today is this. Michael's really broad professional background, over 30 years now, both before and during his time with Scrum, gives him this unique, grounded perspective.
And that perspective gives you, the listener, practical strategies that actually work in the real world to streamline things and consistently deliver value.
Exactly. Battle-tested, you could say.
That's interesting. It implies his ability to tackle complex problems didn't just start when he found Scrum. Where did that foundation come from?
Oh, absolutely. His understanding of complex systems started way before Scrum. He began as a systems engineer at EDS, Electronic Data Systems, back in 1991 through 96.
EDS, okay. Working with big clients.
Huge clients, General Motors, IBM. He got foundational experience dealing with massive, complex projects right from the start.
So he learned early on about the sheer difficulty of large-scale projects and big organizations?
Precisely. Lessons that definitely highlighted why something like Scrum, with its focus on simplicity and adaptation, would be so valuable later.
That contrast must have been stark. What came after EDS?
Well, then he jumped into the startup world. He helped grow a company called Eclipses from 1997 to 99. They went from startup to over 2,000 people and even went public.
Wow, that's rapid growth. What did he learn there?
Invaluable lessons about scaling, handling stakeholder pressure, and the absolute need to deliver value quickly to keep things moving. You can see the parallels to Scrum's feedback loops there.
Definitely. And then the dot-com era.
Right. From 2000 to 2001, he was Senior Director of Professional Services at Bryant's. A really high-pressure time.
What was the key takeaway from that period?
Beyond just product building, it was about executive alignment. Not just getting agreement, but making tough priority calls and being transparent about trade-offs, very much like the clarity needed for a sprint goal in Scrum.
That kind of forced clarity sounds essential. You also mentioned Black Swan events.
Yes, later, as president of Ronin International from 2001 to 2003. He co-authored a book on the Enterprise Unified Process with Scott Ambler then.
And the Black Swan events.
Critically, he had to navigate the unexpected, particularly the shockwaves after 9/11. That period really drove home the limits of long-term planning.
It forced a need for adaptability.
Absolutely. Radical adaptability and resilience. It deeply underscored Scrum's emphasis on empiricism, on reacting quickly to change. The best plans sometimes need immediate adjustment.
It's clear that diverse background, large corporations, startups, the dot-com boom and bust, unexpected crises provides a really unique foundation.
It means his Scrum insights aren't just theory. They're grounded in a wide range of real-world business challenges.
So what was the trigger? What made him shift specifically into the Scrum world?
Well, his move into Scrum was incredibly early on. He got his Certified Scrum Master, his CSM license in January 2004. The license number was 72.
72? That's really early.
It really was. This was before the Scrum Alliance was even formally established. He was right there at the beginning.
And he continued that deep involvement.
Yes, he became a Certified Scrum Trainer, a CST, in May 2006. Back then, there were fewer than 25 CSTs globally.
Wow, so he was part of that initial, very small group.
He was, and he worked closely with the co-creators of Scrum, Ken Schwab ER and Jeff Sutherland. Learned directly from them.
And he's helped others become trainers, too.
He has. He's mentored dozens of other certified Scrum trainers over the years.
Being involved that early, working with the creators, what does that mean for someone listening now trying to implement Scrum?
It means you're getting an authentic perspective. He didn't just learn Scrum. He experienced its early growth and challenges.
So his understanding comes from its roots, its original intent.
Exactly. And it's informed by the practical realities of getting it adopted in the first place. He understands the why behind many parts of Scrum, which adds a lot of depth.
That's a really important point. It's not just textbook knowledge, it's lived experience, constantly refreshed.
That's right. And that leads to another key aspect.
Mhm.
He's a practitioner first.
Meaning he's not just teaching this stuff full time.
Correct. He doesn't train full-time. He's actively using and learning Scrum every single day with his own teams and clients around the world.
So his teaching comes directly from what he's doing right now.
Yes, which keeps it incredibly relevant and grounded in today's challenges. He sees what works, what doesn't, what pitfalls teams actually encounter.
Can you give an example? Something a practitioner sees that maybe a full-time theorist might miss.
Well, one thing he often stresses from his own work is resisting the urge to heavily customize Scrum right away.
Ah, the temptation to fix it before you understand it.
Exactly. He emphasizes mastering the core basics first. The framework's power is often in its simplicity. Adding complexity too soon is a common trap he sees.
And he shares this through his resources too, right?
Yes, he created and still runs ImplementingScrum.com. That's where the original Scrum Chicken and Pig cartoons came from, making concepts accessible.
Ray, I remember those.
And he curates other valuable resources too. Things like the Scrum Guide audiobook, an online interactive Scrum guide.
And his YouTube channel content, things like explaining the Agile mindset or doing deeper explorations of Scrum effectiveness.
Precisely. Resources designed to provide practical help, reflecting his ongoing learning and practice.
So it's always about practical, tested solutions drawn from current, real-world work, not just theory.
That's the essence of his approach. Practitioner first.
And he's taken this practical approach beyond just the tech world.
He has, quite significantly.
Hmm.
He's really dedicated to applying Scrum in other areas, especially education and community building.
That really shows Scrum's flexibility, doesn't it?
It really does. It proves it's not just a framework for software teams.
Tell us a bit about the education work. Applying Scrum in schools sounds fascinating.
It is. Since 2014, he's been a strategic advisor at Blueprint Education, Inc., which is an Arizona school district. He became a part-time employee there in 2020.
And what's his focus there? Implementing Scrum.
Yes, very intentionally. He works on implementing Scrum at the district level with the senior leaders, with school administrators, with staff,
And even in the classroom.
and right in the classroom with students. Their mission is all about inspiring students to make better choices and become champions of their own learning.
What's been the impact of using Scrum there? Any surprises?
I think the realization that the core principles, transparency, inspection, adaptation, work just as powerfully in education. It leads to more engaged students, more adaptive teaching methods. It just clicks.
That's incredible. And other areas too.
Yes. He also serves as a part-time Scrum Master in residence at the VCU Da Vinci Center,
Yeah.
and he's very involved in community building.
Community
He
building.
co-founded Scrum RVA, a community group, and actively helps other community builders worldwide empower people in their own local areas.
So his experience spans corporate, startup, education, nonprofit, community.
Right.
It really drives home how versatile these ideas can be.
It really does. It can hopefully inspire you, the listener, to think creatively about applying these principles in your own context, whatever that might be.
It's a good moment to remind everyone listening.
Yes, please do share your own ideas or questions. Leave them in the comments section on any recording. We really value your input.
And of course, if you find this valuable, please subscribe to the channel, like this recording, and maybe share it with colleagues who might benefit.
Also, don't forget to check the description below each recording. We always include links to additional resources to help you on your own journey with implementing Scrum.
Absolutely. All these diverse experiences, the early days, the different industries, the community work, it all seems to lead towards a central idea for Michael.
It does. It all coalesces around his core philosophy, which really emerged around 2012.
Which is
Focus.
#deliver.
Focus. #deliver. Tell us more about what that means in practice.
It sounds simple, but it's profound. It's about doing fewer things at one time, but actually finishing them completely.
Limiting work in progress.
Exactly. Limiting work in progress to really boost your impact, to get usable value, the stuff that actually matters, delivered sooner.
And this connects back to his whole journey, directly. Navigating those complex projects at EDS, the rapid scaling at Eclipsys, the prioritization needed at Brands, the adaptability learned at Ronin.
His early adoption of Scrum, being CST Tag 72, his continuous practice, the work in education.
It all points to this practical way to achieve real productivity and make a real impact. It's the common thread.
It seems deceptively simple, just focus, #deliver. But actually doing it is the hard part, fighting distractions.
Oh, for sure. He often talks about seeing teams struggle when they try to juggle too much. The breakthroughs happen when they get ruthless about prioritizing and protecting their focus.
So it wasn't one single aha moment, but seeing it play out again and again.
Yes, a cumulative understanding built over decades of experience. His background isn't just a list of jobs, it's proof that this philosophy works.
And that's how it empowers you, the listener, on your Scrum journey. It's about improving your focus to improve your delivery.
Getting more done by concentrating effort, not spreading it thin, that's the core message.
A powerful shift in thinking for any team or individual. So as we wrap up this conversation,
We hope this look at Michael Vizdos' background gives you a clearer sense of the practical, real-world experience behind the insights shared in this series.
it's not just talk, it's grounded in decades of actually doing the work.
His journey really demonstrates how focus, learning, and consistently delivering value leads to real impact, no matter the field.
We really appreciate you spending your time with us today. If this conversation was helpful, please do like this video and consider subscribing to the channel.
Your support helps us keep these conversations going. And please, ask your questions. Leave any questions you have for Michael Vizdos in the comments section. He does look at them.
And one more thing, if you have a specific, detailed situation you're grappling with in your Scrum implementation, something you'd like Michael to help untangle,
Send it our way. We're always looking for real-world challenges to explore in future discussions.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Implementing Scrum Unscripted.
Focus. #deliver.